Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at a pretty cool watch, one that I've been waiting for a long time. This is the IWC Ingenieur. This is a watch that took Watches and Wonders 2023 by storm, and I want to say it was the highlight of the show. So let's get right into it and take a look. Alright, so that is the model number right there. This is the black dial version. So it comes with this outer sleeve, and all manufacturers are kind of trying to be more aware of how much they waste and how efficient they can be. So you'll see a lot of watch manufacturers changing from traditional materials to more eco-friendly materials. So you have like this very nice outer box, and you can see it kind of has like these lines on it, kind of like a linen print almost, but it's a very sturdy like paper box. Let's open this up. Watch box in there, very compact, small. And if you open this up, all of your manufacturer warranty paperwork can be found in here. And the cool thing is it also includes these tools so you can adjust your own strap and take links off as you choose. So take the watch box out of this nice little compartment, and this is the watch box, and it actually looks really nice. Very nice soft grain leather. It has the nice IWC engraving right there, Schaffenhausen. Buttons to open them on both sides. So you could kind of choose which side you want to open, which I think is really cool. And you can see the detailing on this, the stitching. It says pouch made in Italy, genuine leather. So they kind of went all out with the leather quality on this. It's not even Swiss made. The leather was made in Italy, which is pretty much the top dog when it comes to leather. All right, so let's open this. And there's the watch, guys. Absolutely stunning. So inside you have this very nice velvety material, kind of like a suede. Very nice color too. And this flap, like I said, can open from either side. Small size, none of that big fancy wood or huge space taking box, which I kind of appreciate this because even though the overall size of it is small, the quality is still very much there. And I feel like the usability of this is pretty great. You can just kind of set it on your nightstand and use this as your watch box if this is your one and only, which I think this honestly could be. Another cool thing is you see this little button here. If you push this, pops out here, and this is like a velvet lined little compartment tray. You can put your cufflinks or, you know, spare links or whatever else in there, even your spring bar tool or link changing tool. And I just want to say this thing is absolutely stunning to see. The Ingenieur is a Gerald Genta design integrated bracelet stainless steel sports watch, which is the recipe for success in the past couple of years, as you see with the Patek Philippe Nautilus, the AP Royal Oak, and even the Vacheron Overseas. But the only ones that are Gerald Genta designed are the Patek and the AP. So the third one, which I think would fit the slot better than Vacheron, would be this, the Ingenieur. Now I know you guys are going to say spec-wise, the Vacheron's way superior, but because this is a Gerald Genta design, it just from a design perspective, I feel like this looks very similar to the Nautilus and the AP. And you can just look at the hands and the indices. I mean, this is incredible quality right here. The dial work, the pattern, the overall color, the richness of it, the bezel, everything is designed and just feels of such superior quality versus, I want to say, IWC's lower tier watches or even other manufacturer sports watches. This one does feel like something special, and it does honestly feel like it's worth the price. It has some heft to it. You can see the finishing on this is just superb. And what I really like about this integrated bracelet is that it's all brushed, but if you look really closely right here on the edges of the inner link, you can see that it's polished. So from a distance, it looks pretty shiny, but when you get up close, you just see that it's all brushed, and it has that nice, clean, rugged sports, you know, no, I wouldn't want to say tool watch, but sports watch vibe. But from a distance, when the bracelet's kind of curved around your wrist and you kind of get a glimpse of the polished center links right there, the edges of the center links, then it kind of feels like, you know, this is something more than just the typical stainless steel sports watch. I also love how the bezel, so it's all brushed in the front, but on the edge here, it's all polished. So it kind of gives you that same effect of when it's moving on your wrist, you kind of get that shine, which is absolutely stunning. I can't get over the indices and the hands. The handset and the indices honestly look like they are Patek or AP quality level. It is honestly one of the best I've ever seen. And it looks like it has a good chunk of lume on each one as well. Nice signed crown right there. Very good detail. The bracelet overall, very nice quality. It tapers down nicely. You have IWC right here on this butterfly clasp, and you see the finishing right there on the inner clasp. That is just crazy attention to detail. Nice mirror polish finish there, and you get a solid case back, no see-through display case back on this one, and you can see that nice kind of shine back there as well. It's really cool how they polished a bit of that too. I like how they have a little fish logo where it says 10 bar next to it to let you know this thing can handle 100 meters. And the whole name Ingenieur, it all comes from IWC trying to design a watch for engineers. So because of that, it has a crazy high magnetic resistance. I think even more so, way beyond that of a Nautilus or a Royal Oak. This one one is actually built with a purpose, not just to look nice, which is really cool. Now, the only thing that people have a gripe with is the price. Let's be honest, it's pretty expensive. This one retails for roughly $12,000 after tax. And I want to say that, you know, when you're paying that much money, you want to ask yourself, is this really worth 2 times, you know, a $6,000 Grand Seiko? And it's yes or no. So it depends like where you are in your collection, what you value more. Would you rather have diversity, or do you just want like a Gata watch? And I feel like this could be that. The black dial especially. So this is available in 4 different dial colors actually. There's a black, white, a very nice aqua color, and a gray color, which is the titanium model. So I personally like the black one the most because this is the original. This is the classic. This is the one that they originally designed in the 70s and the one that everyone kind of remembers. So this is the proper remake of that watch. Because this is the proper remake of that, I feel like this reissue is the perfect model to get. And you see that grid pattern on the dial, it's just amazing. Much more detail than what the competitors are giving you. And the biggest gripe is the movement, right? People are saying that this is the same movement that's in a Mark 20, which is rough, like half the price. And you know, it's, if you're going to be paying this much, shelling out this much money, you want a movement that's a higher end movement, or one that's designed just for this watch. And I get it. You know, you're paying the Gerald Genta tax. The design kind of goes without saying. Also the finishing and overall casework of this is way beyond IWC's normal watches until you get into the crazy higher end ones. But I mean, just look at the finishing on this. You could see the brushed case sides here with the edges just being ever so slightly polished, and the way it all comes together is very nice. So yeah, do I think this watch is going to be one for the collectors? I do. I think that this is going to be up there, and if IWC withholds stock, which I'm not saying is good practice, but because of the increase in demand and they purposely limit the production of this, yes, I think that this will get into crazy pricing territory. Now, what I do wish is that they keep it easy to obtain, let the fans get it, you know. The only thing is that might diminish resale value for people that care for that kind of stuff. Let's not kid ourselves. When we see that something's very limited, there's going to be a large percentage of people that are going to want it just because it's limited. It never crossed their mind, but all of a sudden they can't get it and everyone else wants it. You know what? Maybe I do think that is nice. Maybe I do want it. And a lot of people think like that. That is just a marketing tactic that highly coveted pieces kind of always have. I don't know if they will do that with this one, but if not, this is going to be a budget Patek or AP, Royal Oak or Nautilus. I mean, it does almost everything that those watches do without the huge price tag. IWC does make some pretty incredible pieces, and they also make watches that are crazy priced as well. So I feel like they do have the clout, they do have the background to say that they own a very exclusive, expensive steel sports watch with an integrated bracelet that is coveted and people actually want. So yeah, I think IWC does have what it takes to play with the big boys. The price might hold it back a little when it becomes openly available and it's sitting in boutiques, because even back in the 70s when it first came out, people were saying back then that why should I spend this much money when I can get a steel sports watch from so-and-so brand for half the price? And unfortunately, I feel like it's the same problem repeating itself. History is repeating itself right now. The reason Patek and AP don't get those kind of gripes are because they're part of the holy trinity. Movement work and overall reputation has exceeded far beyond regular mid-tier or entry-level luxury brands, and they're part of the upper echelon now. If IWC was kind of in that camp, yeah, this would be a very easy sell. We'll just have to see how it goes and time will tell, but I think this is a spectacular watch. All right, so let's get it on wrist and see how it fits. There it is on my 6.5-inch wrist, and it just fits perfect. It looks amazing. This is a watch that you could wear casually, formally, dress it up, down, whatever. It just kind of goes with everything. And that black dial, you know, the steel, everything just looks so good. And the shiny hands and indices, it just looks very premium, very high end. This is something that I think belongs with people that have Pateks and APs. You know, complete the holy trinity. You could skip Vacheron, you want Gerald Genta design only, you could get this. I mean, spectacular. So if you want an AP or Patek, can't really afford it, yeah, I feel like this would scratch the itch, because the dial alone is so well designed and it has so much detail, looking a little plain when sitting next to this. And the overall design and quality, everything, the finishing is just so good. Very cool. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, see you guys next time.